Hey, what's up guys? Chris McCarthy here with McFit Method, and this is your workout of the day. Now, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I post new workout videos and movements every single day, so make sure you subscribe and you don't miss any of those. Also, down in the descriptions, I've linked up some of my challenges for muscle building and fat loss, so feel free to click on those and join me in those challenges as well. All right guys, let's get started today. Today's workout is going to be 4 rounds, and it starts off with the dumbbell. We're gonna do 8 dumbbell Renegade rows, so work in the back there, working those biceps, working the triceps a little bit on this. So I've got 2 dumbbells down here, and basically a Renegade row is you're gonna start in a plank position with your hands on those dumbbells. You're gonna go into a push-up, you're gonna press out of that, you're gonna row with one side, you're gonna roll with one side, and the other side. That completes 1 rep of this, and like I said, we're gonna do a total of 8 of these today. So a couple things here, I have the dumbbells on the ground, my palms are gonna be facing each other. We're gonna get into this nice plank position here. Now when you get in this plank position, you wanna make sure that you aren't sagging your hips down or piking them up. So it should be a nice flat line here from your shoulders all the way down to your feet. And then also when you're in this position, we want to make sure that everything is in a nice alignment here. So we want to have our wrists and our elbows and our shoulders all in a nice alignment here. We don't want to be back over here or up over the top of the dumbbells. Especially you don't want to be back over here because you're going to have to row this. So you want to be really over the top of that. Now another thing, usually when you're in a plank position, you want to have your feet close together, you know, a nice typical push-up position. But since we are going to be rowing on either side, you're going to have to kind of shift your weight a little bit. So for example, when you're rowing with the right arm, you're going to need to shift your weight a little bit over onto this left side to maintain your balance. So you're going to want to go with a little bit wider of a stance on your feet, but you also want to make sure that we are engaging that core because we don't want to have a lot of rotation as we're rowing. So we want to try to keep those shoulders parallel to the ground and you kind of row up. So you're just kind of shifting your weight a little bit in that wider stance. So I'm going to go down here and I'll turn these a little bit so you can see a little bit better here. I'm going into this wide stance plank position. I'm going to go into this push-up, so I'm going to press down and then I'm going to press out of that push-up. Now I'm going to shift my weight a little bit to the left side and I'm going to row with the right, back down, shift my weight to the right side, row with the left, back down. That completes 1 rep. Push-up, row, row. We'll do 1 more. Push-up, row, and row. Now we're going to end up, like I said, on those, we're gonna do 8 of those total. Now when you're rowing back, make sure you're rowing that dumbbell back towards your hip. We don't wanna kind of keep it up here. We wanna keep it down towards that hip, really engage those lats back there. All right guys, so once you've completed 8 of those dumbbell Renegade rows, that is one of the strength components of this workout. Now we're gonna go ahead and do some of the conditioning and the fat burning components of this workout. So that is going to include the jump rope today, and we're gonna do 100 rotations of this jump rope. So I've got my jump rope here, my RX Mark here jump rope, and we want to maintain proper form here, guys, which means keeping on the balls of their feet. We're jumping, and it's a bounding motion, guys. We're jumping up and down. We're not kicking our legs back or piking them forward or really bringing those knees up really high. You only have to jump just high enough to clear this little bit of a rope. So chest up, initiate that first swing of the rope. I'm on the balls of my feet. Now I'm rotating that rope just with my wrist, guys. I've got my elbows in close to my sides and my hands are slightly in front of my hips. We're gonna do 100 rotations of that jump rope. If you want to intensify this workout, you can do 2 rotations of that jump rope, which is what's called double unders. So it's 2 rotations for every single jump. And then also the little bit of an intermediate area is you can do run in place, which is just alternating your feet, right, left, right, left. That's also a way to intensify it even more. Either way, you're gonna do 100 rotations of that jump rope. After that, then we're gonna go ahead and pick up those dumbbells again, and we're gonna do 16 alternating 12 alternating single dumbbell step-ups. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my RX Mark Gear jump rope down, and I've got a bench set up here, or you can use a box, but we're gonna do alternating step-ups with a single dumbbell. So I'm gonna go ahead and set 1 down off to the side here. A couple ways you can hold this. You can hold it in one arm, you can switch off. You can hold it in kind of a goblet squat position. I'm gonna hold it in the goblet squat position. So you wanna get in front of your bench or your box. Whatever you wanna do here is you wanna have this dumbbell in this goblet position or holding it however you want. You're gonna step up on top of that box or the bench, and then you're gonna press through that foot until the other one comes all the way up, full extension at the top, and then come back down. Now you're gonna bring the other leg down, step up onto that box, press through the box to full extension at the top, and then step all the way back down. Make sure you're opening up those hips at the top. Press through, opening up the hips at the top, come back down. 1 more on the left side, press through, all the way down. then you go ahead and set that dumbbell down after you have done 12 of those alternating. So it's 12 per leg. So it's a total of 24 of those step ups today with that single dumbbell. Once you've completed 12 on each side, you're gonna pick up that jump rope again. We're gonna do another 100 rotations of that jump rope. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work the core, we're gonna work in the abs, and we're gonna do 16 V-ups. So V-up is kind of a extreme version of your sit-up or your crunch, where you're actually gonna lay on the ground and you're gonna bring your feet and your hands together in a V formation here. So move the jump rope out of the way. You're gonna sit down on the ground, keeping those feet together. I'm gonna go back with my hands, touch my hands up over my head, and then I'm gonna go into that V position. So I'm gonna come all the way down here, and then I'm gonna bring those feet to the hands, all the way up, all the way down. Really engaging that core at the top, at the peak, at the apex of that V, all the way up, all the way down. We're gonna keep on doing those V-ups there for a total of 16 of those. Now, if you want to modify that a little bit, you can just do your basic crunch. If you're unable to do the V-ups, you can go ahead and do those. So your basic crunch, what you want to do is get in this position once again. Knees are bent, heels are on the ground. You're just going to come back and then come all the way up until your chest basically touches your thighs. So if you're unable to do those V-ups, you can do your basic crunch. Now, another thing on these, if you do have an ab mat, I highly recommend using one of these. So this gives you a little bit of extra support in the lower part, your lumbar spine down there. So you basically take this and you put it down on the ground here. And as you go back, it's gonna give you a little bit of support there and a little bit of nice arch in your spine as you come back. So it makes it a little bit easier. Even on the V-ups, in this position, coming up, makes it a little bit easier, gives you a little bit more support back there. So that's an option. If you don't have one of these ab mats, what you can also do is get a towel and roll it up and put that in the lower part of your body, give you a little extra support there on your lower part of your back. All right, guys, so then once you've done the 16 of those V-ups or sit-ups, whichever you choose, then you're gonna go ahead and grab that jump rope one last time. You're gonna do 100 more rotations of that jump rope. Then you're gonna go ahead and rest for 1 minute. After that 1 minute is rest is up, that completes one round of this workout. Then you're gonna go back up to the top, starting with those dumbbell renegade rows, and you're gonna go through that full sequence of movements again for a total of 4 rounds. Once you've completed that 4th round and you finish with that 1 minute of rest at the end there, the workout is complete. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this workout. Like I said, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Click the links down below in the description to join one of my fat loss or my strength training challenges, and I will see you right back here tomorrow in the McFit Method Gym.